Good afternoon, kindergarten. It is March 31st, Tuesday, I believe, and I am going to read a story for you. This is a story that my class knows pretty well, but I think Mr. Beatty's class is going to like it too, and maybe Mr. Beatty's even read it to you. I'm not really sure. But we started this book right before we had to leave school. And we only got a few chapters in, but my class was really, really excited about it. And we never got to finish it, and that's very sad. So I have the book here with me, and I'm going to start it again. And I'm going to read 2 chapters each time. Okay? The book is called Junie B. Jones is Not a Crook by Barbara Park. Okay? And what we like to do in kindergarten is we like to say that this is the front cover, very good. And this is the, very good. And this is the spine, holds all the pages together, just like your spine holds you together. The big letters on the front, definitely the title. And there's the author. Okay, and we know that if we go into the book, the first page, it's important, it's called a title page. Okay, now the thing with chapter books is that there really aren't too many pictures. But the best part about that is the best pictures you can make ever, or the best pictures you can see are actually in your brain. Use your imaginations. Those are the best ones anyway. Okay, so use your imagination and try to make the best pictures you can in your head. There are a few pictures, and I'll show them to you, but mostly the best ones are in your head. Okay, this is Junie B. Jones is Not a Crook. Chapter 1 is called No Good Reason. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice. Except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. Here is a story for you. It is called Once Upon a Time, My Grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought me some mittens. Here it goes. Once upon a time, my grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought me some mittens. They were made out of black furry fur. And guess what? It was not even my birthday or Christmas or Valentine's Day. Plus, the mittens were not even on sale. Grandpa Miller just bought them for me for no good reason, and that's the bestest reason I ever heard of. That's how come I love that guy very much. Plus, also, he knows how to skip. The end. I like that story a real lot, because guess why? I didn't even make it up. That's why. That adventure actually happened to me. My Grandpa Miller really did buy me mittens for no good reason. And they're gorgeous, let me tell you. When I first opened them, I got so filled with glee. Glee is when you run and jump and skip and laugh and clap and dance on top of the dining room table. Then your mother takes you down from the table and she carries you to your room for a timeout. Timeouts kill all the glee. I wore my new mittens the whole entire morning. Plus, also, I wore them in the afternoon to kindergarten. I wore them with my attractive winter jacket. Only it really wasn't cold out, but who cares? Because that outfit looked very beautiful together. I showed my mittens to my bestest friend named Grace, and also I showed them to a variety of strangers. There's Junie B and her fun gloves. She's very proud of her black fuzzy gloves. And I showed them to a variety of strangers. And after I got to school, I held my hands over my head and I run all around the playground. Look, everybody, look at my new mittens. My Grandpa Frank Miller bought them for me for no good reason. Woo! I waved them all around in the air. How many children see these lovely things? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, I hollered. Nobody raised their hand. How many children think these mittens are gorgeous? Please come forward, I yelled. Nobody came forward. I put my hands back down and I walked back to that Grace. I couldn't create any interest, I said very glum. Only guess what? Just then, I spotted my other bestest friend named Lucille. And I ran my fastest to go see her. Lucille, look at my gorgeous mittens. New mittens. See them? They're made out of black furry fur. Lucille petted them. There's Lucille. And as we know, Lucille is a rich little girl, and her Nana has lots of fancy things. So this is what Lucille says. My family has lots of fur, she said. My mother has a fur cape, and my aunt has a fur jacket, and my uncle has a fur hat. Plus my Nana just bought a brand new mink coat, only she can't really wear it outside the house or else people might throw paint at her. My mouth came all the way open. Why, Lucille? Why would people throw paint on your Nana? Lucille crossed her arms. Don't you know anything, Junie B. Jones? It's because people who love furry animals don't like them being made into coats for Nanas. Just then, I felt relief in me because I'm not even a Nana. That's why. And besides, my mittens aren't even made out of real furry animals. They're made out of fake furry animals. And those kind don't even count. And all of a sudden, the bell rang for school, and I zoomed to my room, speedy fast like a rocket. Because guess why? I have more people to show my means to. That's why. Chapter 2 is called Fur Hands. I showed my mittens to my teacher. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs., that's all. Feel them, Mrs., feel them. Feel them how soft they are. I rubbed them on her face. Ooh, yes, they are soft, Junie B., she said. Be sure you put them in your jacket pocket so they don't get lost, okay? I skipped very happy to my seat. Yeah, only I'm not even going to lose them, I thought to myself. I'm going to wear them on my hands the whole livelong day because I love these guys, that's why. I took off my attractive winter jacket and I sat down at my table. And I tapped on Lucille with my furry mittens. Hello, Lucille. I have fur hands. See them, Lucille? See my hands of fur? I flew them in the air. This is what fur hands look like when they're flying in the air. I waved hello. This is what fur hands look like when they're waving. Hello. Lucille did a frown. What does a frown look like? You're being annoying, she said. That's how come I turned around and I smiled at a boy named William. I have fur hands, William. See him. See my fur hands? I tapped on his head. There's William. Poor William. And what do we know about William from the other Junie B. books? We know that he's very shy. And sometimes he cries. So sometimes Junie B. calls him Crybaby William, which isn't really very nice. But that's what she calls him sometimes. Junie B. is still learning the rules and doesn't always make the right choice, but she is trying to learn. William! I have fur hands. See him? See my fur hands? And I tapped on his head. This is what fur hands look like when they're tapping on your head, I said. Just then I got up from my chair and I skipped over to my boyfriend. His name's Ricardo. And I tickled him under his chin with my soft hands of fur. This is what fur hands look like when they're tickling under your chin. I grinned and grinned because that boy just brings out the best in me. That's why. Pretty soon, Mrs. saw me that I was out of my seat. She held my hand and marched me right back to my table. This is how fur hands look when they're marching to my table, I said, and I plopped in my chair. And she pulled off my fur hands, and she put them on her desk. I did a sad sigh. This is how fur hands look when they're no longer in my possession, I whispered to myself. And after that, I put my head down on my desk, and I covered it up with my arms, and I didn't come out for a real long time. That is the end of chapter 2. Chapter 3 is called Being Brownie. Now, I normally only do a read aloud on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but because this is a chapter book, I know it's kind of hard to wait because you want to know what's happening next. So maybe I will create a chapter 3 and 4 video next, and I'll send that over tomorrow. So you can find out what happens after Mrs. takes her special furry mittens that she loves so much. thank you for being great listeners. I love Junie B. Jones. She makes me laugh. And it's fun to see her learn lessons and learn what's right and what's wrong, just like you guys do. But she's funny. Have a great day.